The future depends on what we do in the present. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, but to change ourselves. Service without humility is selfishness and egotism. It does not require money to live neat, clean, and dignified. My life is my message. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Relationships are based on 4 principles: respect, understanding, acceptance, and appreciation. Hate the sin, love the sinner. It's easy to stand with the crowd. It takes courage to stand alone. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Strength does not come from winning. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. Seek not greater wealth, but simpler pleasure, not higher fortune, but deeper felicity. Be the change you are trying to create. There are 2 days in the year that we cannot do anything: yesterday and tomorrow. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Those who know how to think need no teachers. What barrier is there that love cannot break? A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Full effort is full victory. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. Honest disagreement is often a good sign of progress. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world. The real ornament of a woman is her character, her purity. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. Of all creatures that breathe and move upon the earth, nothing is bred that is weaker than man. There is the heat of love, the pulsing rush of longing, the lover's whisper, irresistible, magic to make the sanest man go mad. Any moment might be our last. Everything is more beautiful because we're doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now. We will never be here again. Hateful to me as the gates of Hades is that man who hides one thing in his heart and speaks another. There is a time for many words, and there is also a time for sleep. There is nothing more admirable than when two people who see eye to eye keep house as man and wife, confounding their enemies and delighting their friends. A man who has been through bitter experiences and traveled far enjoys even his sufferings after a time. Be strong, saith my heart, I am a soldier. I have seen worse sights than this. For a friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a brother. Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle, but let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men hereafter. Even a fool learns something once it hits him. Sing, O Muse, of the rage of Achilles, son of Peleus, that brought countless ills upon the Achaeans. We men are wretched things. The difficulty is not so great to die for a friend as to find a friend worth dying for. How prone to doubt, how cautious are the wise. Sleep, delicious and profound, the very counterfeit of death. The blade itself incites to deeds of violence. And empty words are evil. Like that star of the waning summer who beyond all stars rises bathed in the ocean stream to glitter in brilliance. Each man delights in the work that suits him best. No man or woman born, coward or brave, can shun his destiny. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. It is better to have less thunder in the mouth and more lightning in the hand. The Holy Land is everywhere. I have seen that in any great undertaking it is not enough for a man to depend simply upon himself. We will be known forever by the tracks we leave. All who have died are equal. All dreams spin out from the same web. Our first teacher is our own heart. Everyone who is successful must have dreamed of something. Force, no matter how concealed, begets resistance. Those that lie down with dogs, get up with fleas. They are not dead who live in the hearts they leave behind. The weakness of the enemy makes our strength. One finger cannot lift a pebble. Day and night cannot dwell together. Even a small mouse has anger. You already possess everything necessary to become great. The most beautiful thing in the world is a heart that is changing. You can't wake a person who is pretending to be asleep. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seed of murder and pain cannot reap joy and love. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. If there be light, then there is darkness, if cold, heat, if height, depth, if solid, fluid, if hard, soft, if rough, smooth, if calm, tempest, if prosperity, adversity, if life, death. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. No man is free who cannot command himself. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. In anger we should refrain both from speech and action. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. No man is free who cannot control himself. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Above all things, respect yourself. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. As long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seeds of murder and pain cannot reap the joy of love. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power, but all have the ability to advance in knowledge. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things, with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the body, with the seditions of the city and the discords of families. Number rules the universe. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. We ought so to behave to one another as to avoid making enemies of our friends, and at the same time to make friends of our enemies. Choose always the way that seems the best, however rough it may be. Custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. Friends share all things. Anger begins in folly and ends in repentance. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. Always obey your parents when they are present. Always respect your superiors, if you have any. There is no sadder thing than a young pessimist except an old optimist. May you always keep your youth. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. We ought never to do wrong when people are looking. Be good, and you will be lonesome. Honor is a harder master than law. Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Do your duty today and repent tomorrow. Books are the liberated spirits of men. If books are not good company, where will I find it? Clothes do not merely make the man, clothes are the man. A full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. To eat is human, to digest divine. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. Character is the architect of achievements. The man with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. A full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Architects cannot teach nature anything. There is no sadder thing than a young pessimist except an old optimist. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. I was born modest, but it didn't last. Prosperity is the best protector of principle. All good things arrive unto them that wait and don't die in the meantime. Travel is fatal to prejudice. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. An uneasy conscience is a hair in the mouth. When in doubt, tell the truth. If you tell truth, you don't have to remember anything. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. In the end, it is impossible not to become what others believe you are. Experience is the teacher of all things. The greatest enemy will hide in the last place you would ever look. I love the name of honor more than I fear death. Without training, they lacked knowledge. Without knowledge, they lacked confidence. Without confidence, they lacked victory. Men are nearly always willing to believe what they wish. No one is so brave that he is not disturbed by something unexpected. If you must break the law, do it to seize power. In all other cases, observe it. It is better to create than to learn. Creating is the essence of life. It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. All bad precedents begin as justifiable measures. I love treason but hate a traitor. What we wish, we readily believe, and what we ourselves think, we imagine others think also. I came to Rome when it was a city of stone, and left it a city of marble. When I was 5 years old, my mom always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. He has not learned the lesson of life who does not every day surmount a fear. In war, events of importance are the result of trivial causes. Human nature is universally imbued with a desire for liberty and a hatred for servitude. It is not these well-fed, long-haired men that I fear, but the pale and the hungry-looking. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. They must often change who would be constant in happiness or wisdom. What the superior man seeks is in himself, what the small man seeks is in others. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. When anger rises, think of the consequences. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. To be able under all circumstances to practice 5 things constitutes perfect virtue, These 5 things are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. To see what is right, and not to do it, is one of courage or of principle. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Men's natures are alike. It is their habits that carry them far apart. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Study the past if you would define the future. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Have no friends not equal to yourself. He who learns, but does not think is lost. He who thinks, but does not learn is in great danger. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Be not ashamed of mistakes and thus make them crimes. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. The superior man understands what is right, the inferior man understands what will sell. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. He who will not economize will have to agonize. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. If I am walking with two other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. Oh, most miserable wretch that I am! Why have I not learned how to swim? Whatever possession we gain by our sword cannot be sure or lasting, but the love gained by kindness and moderation is certain and durable. How happy had it been for me had I been slain in the battle! It had been far more noble to have died the victim of the enemy than fall a sacrifice to the rage of my friends. Heaven cannot brook two sons, nor earth two masters. I am dying from the treatment of too many physicians. True love never has a happy ending, because there is no ending to true love. Shall I, that have destroyed my preservers, return home? How great are the dangers I face to win a good name in Athens! In the end, when it's over, all that matters is what you've done. Bury my body and don't build any monument. Keep my hands out so the people know the one who won the world had nothing in hand when he died. For my own part, I would rather excel in knowledge of the highest secrets of philosophy than in arms. I had rather excel others in the knowledge of what is excellent than in the extent of my power and dominion. May God keep you away from the venom of the cobra, the teeth of the tiger, and the revenge of the Afghans. I would rather live a short life of glory than a long one of obscurity. Without knowledge, skill cannot be focused. Without skill, strength cannot be brought to bear, and without strength, knowledge may not be applied. Soldiers, I had lately like to have been taken from you by the attempt of a few desperate men, but by the grace and providence of the gods, I am still preserved. My Father will anticipate everything. He will leave you and me no chance to do a great and brilliant deed. With the right attitude, self-imposed limitations vanish. Let us conduct ourselves so that all men wish to be our friends and all fear to be our enemies. Toil and risk are the price of glory, but it is a lovely thing to live with courage and die leaving an everlasting fame. The end and object of conquest is to avoid doing the same thing as the conquered. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. God must have loved Afghans because he made them so beautiful. There is something noble in hearing myself ill spoken of when I am doing well. There are so many worlds and I have not yet conquered even one. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. On their side more men are standing, on ours more will fight. My logisticians are a humorless lot. They know if my campaign fails, they are the first ones I will slay. A tomb now suffices him for whom the world was not enough. Alexander's tombstone epitaph. At Achilles' tomb, O fortunate youth, to have found Homer as the herald of your glory. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Truth is the beginning of every good to the gods, and of every good to man. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. If a man neglects education, he walks lame to the end of his life. All men are by nature equal, made all of the same earth by one workman. The measure of a man is what he does with power. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Ideas are the source of all things. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. And what, Socrates, is the food of the soul? Surely, I said, knowledge is the food of the soul. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Writing is the geometry of the soul. Necessity is the mother of invention. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. Happiness depends upon ourselves. A friend to all is a friend to none. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. To perceive is to suffer. Those who know, do. Those that understand, teach. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. To write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. Learning is not child's play. We cannot learn without pain. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to press the bell button, like and subscribe to encourage us to provide the best for you.